trapped in nightmares, enforcing the text's horrifying rules with dire consequences. The old bookstore nestled in the heart of the town had always been a place of fascination for me. Its shelves were lined with volumes that seemed to whisper secrets, their pages holding untold mysteries waiting to be unraveled. But it wasn't until I stumbled upon an ancient text that my curiosity would lead me down a path of terror I could never have anticipated. The book was unlike anything I had ever seen before. Its cover was worn, its pages yellowed with age, and its title was embossed in a language that felt foreign and ancient. Translating the text was a laborious task, but as I deciphered its contents, a sense of unease settled over me. It spoke of a ritual, a way to access the realm of dreams and nightmares, an otherworldly domain where reality and imagination intertwined. As I delved deeper into the pages, a list of rules emerged, rules that dictated the interactions between the dreamer and the entities that inhabited the dream realm. It was as if the text held the key to unlocking a forbidden world, one that promised unimaginable wonders and horrors alike. Against my better judgment, I decided to perform the ritual, driven by a mix of curiosity and a desire to experience the impossible. I followed the instructions meticulously, creating a space imbued with symbols and incantations. The air grew heavy with anticipation as I closed my eyes, allowing the ritual to transport me into the realm of dreams. What awaited me was beyond description. The dream realm was a swirling canvas of colors and shapes, a place where reality shifted with every thought. But it was also inhabited by beings of unfathomable beauty and grotesqueness, creatures that seemed to feed on emotions and desires. As I navigated this dream world, I began to encounter the entities mentioned in the text. They whispered promises of power and knowledge, urging me to play by their rules. I soon discovered that these rules governed the interactions between dreamers and the dream realm's inhabitants. Failure to comply came with dire consequences. The rules were both intriguing and unnerving. One stated that I must not express fear, for fear was sustenance for the entities that thrived on human emotions. Another demanded that I offer a piece of my own dreamscape as a form of currency, a tithe to the dream realm's inhabitants. And the most unsettling rule of all required me to enforce the rules themselves, ensuring that others who entered this realm followed them without question. I encountered fellow dreamers, lost souls who had stumbled into this realm as I had. They were unaware of the rules, their innocent curiosity leading them into a web of enchantment and danger. But the entities were swift to punish those who faltered. I witnessed the dreamers' screams as their own fears materialized, tormenting them endlessly. My nights became a cycle of exploration and enforcement, my days an exhausted haze as the boundaries between reality and the dream realm blurred. The entities grew more insistent, their demands becoming increasingly twisted and malevolent. And yet, a morbid curiosity kept me tethered to this realm, despite the horrors I had witnessed. One night, I encountered a dreamer who was different, a girl named Emily. She radiated a sense of innocence and vulnerability, and her presence in the dream realm seemed to draw the attention of the entities. As they whispered their demands to her, I watched her struggle to understand the rules, her fear palpable. I approached Emily, warning her of the dangers that lurked within the dream realm. But my words were met with skepticism, her eyes wide with a mixture of confusion and disbelief. It was clear that the entity's influence was already taking hold, clouding her judgment and distorting her perceptions. Desperate to save her from a fate I had witnessed too many times before, I decided to break the rules. I openly expressed my fear, hoping to shock her out of the entity's grasp. But my actions had unintended consequences. The dream realm convulsed with a furious energy, the very fabric of the realm unraveling before us. The dream realm quaked, its once vibrant hues warping into a nightmarish landscape. The entities that had once thrived on emotions now shrieked in agony, their forms distorting into grotesque monstrosities. And amid the chaos, Emily's terror grew, her eyes reflecting a world that had descended into madness. The rules, once so binding, crumbled like fragile paper, torn apart by the maelstrom of chaos that had been unleashed. The dream realm had become a reflection of our collective fears and desires, a place where nightmares took form and reality itself hung in the balance. Emily and I clung to each other, our minds struggling to make sense of the fractured reality around us. As the dream realm continued to unravel, I realized that our only hope lay in finding a way to escape. But the entities, now twisted and enraged, sought to ensnare us, their once alluring promises of power transformed into sinister lures. With every step we took, the dream realm shifted and twisted, defying logic and reason. The very ground beneath our feet seemed to writhe, and the air pulsed with a malevolent energy. As we fought to find an exit, the boundaries between dream and reality blurred, and I questioned whether we would ever return to the world we once knew. Amid the chaos, I glimpsed fragments of memories, visions of my own past, distorted and intertwined with the dream realm's twisted narrative. The entities fed on these memories, exploiting the vulnerabilities of the human mind. It was as if they reveled in the chaos, delighting in the destruction of the barriers that separated our worlds. Emily and I stumbled upon a shattered mirror, its glass reflecting fractured images that seemed to hold the key to our escape. With a desperate hope, we reached out and touched the mirror's surface, and suddenly, a blinding light enveloped us. We were torn from the dream realm, our bodies jolting awake in the cold reality of the waking world. Emily and I lay on the floor, gasping for breath as the remnants of the dream realm's influence faded. The room around us was silent, the shattered mirror a stark reminder of the horrors we had faced. As our heartbeats gradually slowed, I realized that the nightmare was over, but its echoes lingered in our minds. We exchanged a glance, our eyes reflecting a shared understanding of the terror we had experienced. The dream realm had shown us a world beyond imagination, a realm where desires and fears manifested with terrifying clarity. And as we pieced together our memories, we realized that the text's rules had been a cruel trap, an intricate web woven by the entities to ensnare those who dared to venture into their domain. In the days that followed, Emily and I vowed to unravel the mysteries of the ancient text and the dream realm it had unlocked. We delved into research, seeking clues that would help us understand the nature of the entities and the true purpose behind their rules. Our investigations led us to obscure legends and forgotten tales, each shedding light on the dangerous forces we had encountered. As we delved deeper, we uncovered stories of dreamers who had vanished without a trace, their minds consumed by the dream realm's malevolent influence. It became clear that the entities fed on the emotions of those who entered their domain, twisting their desires and fears to maintain their hold. We were determined to break this cycle, to find a way to sever the connection between our world and the dream realm. But the entities were not so easily defeated. They whispered from the shadows, their voices the haunting echo that reverberated through our thoughts. They taunted us, promising both unimaginable rewards and unimaginable torments if we dared to challenge them. It was a battle of wills, a contest of strength between human determination and otherworldly power. As we continued our research, we discovered an ancient incantation, a way to banish the entities from our world and close the doorway to the dream realm. It was a perilous endeavor, one that required us to confront the entities on their own turf. But we knew that it was the only way to ensure that the nightmare we had experienced would not repeat itself. Armed with our newfound knowledge, Emily and I returned to the dream realm, facing the entities one final time. Their forms were twisted and distorted, their once alluring promises now laced with desperation. We recited the incantation, our voices carrying a mixture of fear and determination. And as the words left our lips, the dream realm convulsed once more, a cataclysmic storm of energy and emotion. The dream realm trembled, its foundations cracking as the incantation's power surged through its very core. The entities' cries grew more desperate, their forms contorting and writhing in agony. For a moment, it felt as though the fabric of reality itself was unraveling. But we stood firm, our determination bolstered by the knowledge that we were facing the entities on our own terms. The dream realm's boundaries blurred, and we found ourselves standing on a precipice, a threshold between two worlds. The entities' grip weakened, their influence fading as the dream realm buckled under the weight of our will. As the incantation's energy reached its crescendo, a blinding light erupted, consuming the dream realm and the entities within it. The very fabric of the realm seemed to tear apart, revealing a blinding void that swallowed everything in its path. Emily and I clung to each other, our minds a whirlwind of emotions as we faced the unknown. And then, with a final surge of energy, the dream realm collapsed upon itself, its remnants dissipating like smoke in the wind. We were torn from its grasp, our bodies jolting awake in the waking world once more. The room around us was calm, the shattered mirror restored to its former state. Emily and I sat there, catching our breaths as the weight of what we had accomplished settled in. The dream realm was no more, its malevolent influence banished by our actions. We had broken the entity's hold on our world, severing the connection between reality and the nightmare realm they had crafted. But the experience had left its mark. Our memories of the dream realm were still vivid, the emotions we had felt still raw. We knew that we had faced something beyond our understanding, a force that defied the boundaries of the known. And as we gazed at each other, a shared understanding passed between us. We were forever changed by the journey we had undertaken. In the weeks that followed, Emily and I documented our experiences, vowing to share our story with others. We wanted to warn the world about the dangers of tampering with forces beyond our control, to ensure that no one else would fall victim to the entity's twisted games. But even as we moved forward, we couldn't shake the feeling that the dream realm's echoes still lingered, whispering in the corners of our minds. The entities had been banished, but their influence had left an indelible mark on our souls, a reminder that the boundaries between dreams and reality were more fragile than we could ever have imagined. And so, Emily and I continue our journey, determined to unravel the mysteries of the dream realm and the forces that once threatened to consume us. Our experiences have shown us that even in the face of the unknown, human determination and resilience can triumph. But we also know that the tides of the unseen are ever shifting, and that the nightmares we faced may one day return, seeking to reclaim what was once theirs. For now, we stand as guardians of the waking world, vigilant against the encroaching darkness that lurks in the corners of our reality. And as we move forward, we do so with the knowledge that the boundary between dreams and reality is not a fixed line, but a realm of infinite possibilities, waiting to be explored, and to be protected from the forces that seek to ensnare us in their twisted narratives. The journey through the dream realm had forever changed Emily and me. We had faced unimaginable terrors, challenged the boundaries of reality, and emerged victorious against the malevolent entities that sought to ensnare us. Our experiences had taught us that the unseen forces that lurk in the shadows are not to be underestimated, and that the boundaries between dreams and reality are more fluid than we could have ever imagined. As time passed, we continued to research the mysteries of the dream realm, sharing our findings with those who were willing to listen. Our story served as a cautionary tale, a reminder that curiosity can lead us to both wondrous discoveries and nightmarish horrors. We hope that our experiences would inspire others to tread carefully in the realms that lie beyond our understanding. But the dream realm's influence had not left us entirely. In the quiet moments, we would catch glimpses of memories that did not belong to us, echoes of the entity's cruel games. The boundary between our own experiences and the dreamscape had blurred, a reminder that the line between reality and the unknown was not as clear-cut as we once believed. In our pursuit of understanding, Emily and I had embraced the fact that there are realms of existence that defy explanation. We had stared into the abyss and emerged stronger for it. And as we faced the future, we did so with a newfound awareness of the vast tapestry of the universe, a tapestry woven with threads of both light and darkness, dreams and nightmares, and the unending quest for knowledge that drives us all.